It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we have an NFC fighting storm between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Along the Packers sideline, there's a look at their head coach, Matt LaFleur. His guys coming off their first loss of the year don't want to fall to 500 here. On the opposite side, that's Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. These guys took it to overtime last week, but had to... Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on third? Is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now there's Seahawks and their quarterback ready to take over once again. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. He's dropping back to throw. Here's a screen now for Walker. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
With that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Back to throw now.
At the 37.
Completes it again to Smith and Jigba. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36.
16 yards.
Still sticking with the passing game. Complete to Walker on the check down. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Keeps it on the option here. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, play action. It's caught at the 4. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone.
Seahawks ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Pass play on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
A 7-yard pickup.
Walker off his own read. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and
Back to
4.
throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now an inside give to Walker. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. So 1st down from the 41.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Running with Walker again. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Another Seahawks 1st down.
Shotgun give out of Bigsby. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Ball carrier. Isaiah McDuffie on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Has it at the 7. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1 yard line.
Walker can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Taken down behind.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 2.
Walker again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
Ball carrier.
On the 5-yard line after the loss. 3rd and goal.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking in the air here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead.
Let's go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Forced out to his right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Brought in right side. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Now Seattle going to call a 2nd timeout. He's going to throw it again. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing it again here. It's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Sticking to the air here. Finds a man right side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
That's another Seahawks.
Working now from the gun. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Incomplete.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here.
The Seahawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they really leaned on that passing game in the 1st half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and
They're going to throw out of the gun.
at the 28-yard line.
Connecting on the slant. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They go play action on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
From the red zone on first. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
They are throwing it again. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. Jackson Smith and Jigba with the touchdown. His second. The Seahawks ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That one goes for 31 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Walker now from the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
a gain of 7.
The Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. Throwing now off the play action. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now
3rd and long for him here. This is a heater going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Walker has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
He keeps this one himself. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Runs it on the option. A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
He'll work against the blitz. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further.
14.
Seahawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Walker on 1st down. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Jartavius Martin there defensively.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escape, in big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Packers secure it. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field, but unfortunately...
Seahawks ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he's got a decent game before being brought down. Offense to line, this is 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. Escapes the defender. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So 1st down from the 41. They run it again with Bigsby. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
a loss of 2.
They'll go play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
A give up the gut to Bigsby. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Bigsby. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. We're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Looking to throw here.
3rd and 4.
That's caught. This is Kirk. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Another Seahawks. 1st down.
Now looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 at the 21.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one connects. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two.
Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Going with Bigsby here. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Carry here for Bigsby. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Ready.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're throwing it. Taking a chance to the end zone. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown! The Seahawks continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game.
There's a good chance he wouldn't even look at when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot.
Seahawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive. 4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now it's Bigsby. Jukes away from one. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 37.
They give right side. Here's Bigsby. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start.